What's up, everybody? It's time for today's Let's Talk About Car Review. But before I get in my review, I need to say thank you to everybody that came over and subscribed for my girlfriend's post off of TikTok. It is greatly appreciated. Now that we got that out of the way, time to get into the recap and my thoughts on yesterday's game, starting off with the Minnesota Vikings versus the Steelers. This is our early morning Dublin game. I actually got up and watched this game, and it started to look one-sided going the Steelers' way at first. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers' offense started off a little hot. DK Metcalf and Kenneth Gainwell both put up over 100-plus yards. The defense played a tight game, holding the Vikings to just 6 points till the fourth quarter. That's when the Vikings scored 2 straight drives, bringing the game within 3 points. Jordan Addison, he was back from suspension, and alongside Justin Jefferson, they both put up 100-plus yards as well. In the end, the Vikings come up short, losing their first overseas matchup, 21-24. Bucks versus Eagles. This game, it started to look like it was going to be a blowout. The Eagles were doing really, really good. Then the Bucks got it close enough to where you thought that they might be able to come back, but the Eagles, they eventually locked in on defense and kept the Bucks out of the end zone the whole fourth quarter. Eagles advanced to be 4-0. Texans versus the Titans. CJ Stroud and the Texans, they get their first win of the season here, and they completely dominated Tennessee. Their offense put up some great numbers, and they didn't have any turnovers. This Texans defense, they didn't allow Tennessee to get in the end zone all game. Texas wins this one 26-0. Bills versus the Saints. The Saints played better than I expected, but for a second, I thought they looked like they could have a chance to win this one. At one point, the Saints were even just 3 points behind the Bills in the fourth quarter. Bills eventually scored a touchdown, and then after that, a field goal late in the fourth to win the game 31-19. Browns versus the Lions. The Lions did exactly what I expected them to do this game. The Browns tried to put up a good fight, but Joe Flacco was just not looking good, and their defense could only do so much. Lions offense looked really good. Gibbs was the hot running back in this one, and St. Brown went off once again, having 2 TDs on the day. Lions win 34-10. Next up, you got the Panthers versus the Patriots. But boy, was I wrong about this game. The Panthers defense just didn't have an answer for the Patriots. Drake May had a really good game. Stephon Diggs, he went off. All 3 of their running backs put up some pretty decent yardage. Patriots spanked the Panthers 42-13. 49ers versus the Jags. I really want to give the 49ers some credit here, but they really beat themselves in this game. They really should have had it in the bag, but instead, they let the Jags lead the whole game. Their offense put up some pretty decent numbers across the board, but they didn't have what it takes to beat the Jags. 49ers lose their first one of the season, 26-24. Colts versus the Rams. Daniel Jones ended up showing he had some cracks in his armor this week as they faced the Rams in LA. Don't get me wrong, this is a very good, close, hard-fought game between both teams. In the end, Matt Stafford and the Rams offense was just too much for the Colts defense. The Rams scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth, winning this one 27-20. Chiefs versus the Ravens. I was very wrong about this game as well, but I'm sad to say Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry didn't do nothing at all in this one. Instead, it was the Patrick Mahomes and Xavier Worthy show. They showed out. Patrick Mahomes threw for 4 touchdowns. Ravens get humbled again this week, losing to the Chiefs 37-20. For one of the last games of the evening, you had the Bears versus the Raiders. This one was a good game as well. It was close. Geno Smith once again did not play his best game of football, but Ashton Jenney put up really big numbers. The Raiders ended up letting the Bears stick around long enough to make it a game. Caleb Williams and the Bears offense did not back down. They got a touchdown late in the fourth quarter, giving them the lead for the first time in the whole game. Following that, the Raiders end up missing a game-winning field goal. Bears go on to beat the Raiders 25-24. Man, the game of the night was a real crazy one. The Cowboys versus the Packers. Like I said, this is a crazy down-to-the-wire game, and honestly, it was very, very unexpected. I thought the Packers was going to come in there and blow out my Cowboys, but my Cowboys actually came to play.